Do you love cats? Do they intrigue and entertain you with their whimsical behaviors? Do you see cats as a window into the animal kingdom and our own? If so, today's show is for you. Our guest will be talking about cats and their sometimes crazy behavior. She'll share with us some of her cat drawings and what they say about cats and ourselves. So, get your pen and pad ready. You're going to want to take some notes. Buckle up. We're getting ready to take a ride in the quantum field and beyond. And I think we may be going to Catopia today. Buckle up. I wouldn't want you to go flying off to another dimension. Or you know what? Just maybe, that's exactly what you need. Welcome to the People and Pets Show. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the People and Pets Show. I'm so grateful and honored to have with us our guest today, Kathleen Kelly. Kathy, how are you this morning?
Good morning. Fantastic from Chicago on a beautiful summer day.
Yeah, what's the temperature this morning in Chicago?
It is 72 with a light breeze, and it is absolutely a perfect blue sky.
Yeah.
No pun intended with perfect.
Oh, perfect. All right. Yeah, I like it. You ready? Mixing in the cat language in there. I love it.
Exactly. Well, it was 100 degrees last week, so it was very intense, and it broke, and now we have a gorgeous summer day.
Yeah, so that's a great day to go walk along the Lake Michigan, and just get out in Chicago. Those that have ever been to Chicago in the summer know that that's really the peak period of the year to be there, especially for outdoor fairs, festivals, all that stuff, and more.
Absolutely. There's something for everyone in Chicago.
Absolutely. And yeah, talking about something for everyone in Chicago, just quick story how we met. We actually met probably about a couple months ago at the Hyde Park Community Arts Fair. Is that correct?
That's right. That was the beginning of June. That was a great fair. It always is. And I believe that's in its 50th year. So it's an outstanding show over in Hyde Park.
Yeah, which is kind of on the south side of Chicago. Those that aren't familiar, south side, and right by the University of Chicago campus, those that know Chicago.
Right. And very close to the Museum of Science and Industry. So it's a great location with a really diverse population. And it's always a joy to do that show. There's always just a great vibe when I'm participating in that fine art and craft show that goes, it's 2 days. So it's a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yeah. So I saw her there, and then like a month later in Evanston, which is more on the north side, those that know Chicago, close to Northwestern University, there's this fair called Custer Fair, which has been going on for a while too. Is that right, Kathy?
Yes, that one has been going on for a long time as well. And that is more of a bohemian type show where you just have this eclectic group of different artists, musicians, food that goes on for 2 days again. And that again is in June. I try to get my art shows in June before it gets too hot. So now I'm finished until September so that I can enjoy the beautiful summer.
Excellent.
In Chicago.
In Chicago, yeah. So we ran into each other twice. As you'll see, she'll be sharing some of her cat drawings, cat art, all things cat. And, it got my attention. We had a conversation there, and, we said, hey, would you like to come on the People and Pets Show? So here we are today. So that's kind of how we met and how she's here today, right?
Yes, and thank you for inviting me, Mark. It's great. This is a brave new world for me to do the podcast. And so this is fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Glad to have you. So as the viewers, as you're watching the show today, please hit the love and like button if you're seeing it live right now on Facebook or on replay. Please hit the love and like button. And later on, if you happen to be seeing it on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up and hit the like button or the subscribe button for People and Pets Energetics. So, so as we're going through, first of all, just type in the chat box where you're viewing from today. I'm going to take a peek. And then as we go on with the show, please ask any questions you have of Kathy about her artwork, how she does it, anything about cats you want to ask her, because she's been quite an astute observer of cats for a long time. She'll be sharing that with you.
Yes, I have. And in fact, right now I am observing my gray tabby cat that is flat on her back, hanging out, not
Okay,
too far from me. So I am observing her as we speak.
cool, cool. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the chat box. Excuse me. All right, let's see who we have here. Oops. Okay, Sue Davio has shared. Thank you, Sue. Cindy Aldridge says hello. I think she's either in Missouri or Michigan or both. Um, Lani Vang says hello. Good morning, Lani. Let's see who else we have. Yeah. All right. So yeah, just keep your comments coming and any questions you have with Kathy. Oh, Cindy says, my cat's on my lap too. Yeah, cool. All right. So, Kathy, I know when we chatted, you've had a long history of, for a long time been drawing cats, an observer of, cat life. Excuse me. Can I back up for a second?
Sure, sure, sure.
I'm going to just give a quick introduction of myself and then we'll go on the conversation. Oops. Okay. Real quick. I'll do an abbreviated kind of,
Great.
I think I'm already in Catopia already. We haven't even started.
I'll have a sip of coffee while I'm waiting.
All right, thanks. So, good morning. My name is Mark Hernandez. I'm owner and founder of People and Pets Energetics. I'm a holistic practitioner that helps people, animals, and their spaces when they've hit the wall with health and well-being issues. Basically, I have intuitive gifts and extensive trainings for reading the subtle energy fields of people, animals, and spaces, and then identifying, releasing non-beneficial energies, locking in place their stuff. The two most common categories of non-beneficial energies is emotional baggage. Recently, 2 years ago, you can come into this lifetime with inherited emotions. All that can be identified and cleared. The second biggest category I see is the toxicity. Cell phone radiation, Wi-Fi, chemicals, GMO foods, stuff in the vaccination, etc. So on the people side, what most commonly gets people in the door is they're in some level, usually a physical pain. Okay, it's a physical pain that's disrupting the quality of their everyday life. They've already gone consulted with their Western medical doctors, which I always encourage. So if they have like low energy, I'll say, have you had your test done? Thyroid, blood work, adrenals, et cetera, et cetera. Do your due diligence, get that all checked. Often the results come back from people and they say, the doctors say, yeah, you need to improve on this and that and that. And at the same time, we really can't account for why you're so tired. So after they've done their due diligence, I'll look at their energy field and see what's locking in place their low energy. So I also work with people with health and wellness, money, finances, career, future, and relationships. That could be mother-daughter, father-son, intimate relationships, work relationships. Everything's energy in my world. So I'll read the field and identify what's holding you back. Pet side, most common thing are changes in behavior, peeing and pooing in the household, separation anxiety, and much more. If it's like the peeing and pooing, I'll also ask, have you taken your pet to the vet? Get all the tests run, make sure there's no infection, anything going along those lines. We've eliminated that possibility, then I'll look at the energy field. So that's the most common. And another thing I'll get people is after they've taken their pet to the vet and has some type of quote unquote health issue, I'll look at the energetics underlying it and as another layer of support. So that's what I do in a nutshell. All my healings are operating at the multi-dimensional level. So I'll check your different timelines that may be impacting you. Present timeline, past, parallel lives, future, and in between lives, and more. So that in a nutshell is what I do. So thank you for giving me that extra time to get that in, my audience. All right, let's go to Kathy now. Okay, you ready, Kathy?
Got you that? Bet.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. And I like that. I like that about energy. We need to have our energy to have a great life.
Absolutely, it's a foundational piece, and of course, health is one of those things. If we've ever had an ache or pain, where it's kind of can be a stopper for many people to get going.
My dear mother would say, if you have your health, you have everything.
Absolutely. I concur. So, all right. So, Kathy, share with us some key moments in your journey to doing what you're doing today with your company, your cat work, and everything. You know what? I didn't even introduce you either. I'm kind of spacey today.
No, you did. We talked and you kind of introduced me.
Okay. Okay, we're just going to go on freeform. Okay, it's kind of a freeform show right now, which is fine. All right. So how did you come about doing your cat drawings? Can you share with us some key moments in that journey?
Absolutely. And I can introduce myself and my path as we go along. I grew up in Chicago, Illinois, and I moved away after going to school in Southern Illinois University, all during that time sketching and creating art. And I knew I wanted to be an art teacher.
Yeah.
From high school, suddenly the light bulb went on, and that seemed to be the right direction for me. So I was sketching with students, being inspired by students. But I was
Hmm.
even in grade school, I was drawing this little black cat, and I have sketches from back in grade school of these
Yeah.
sketches. So this I've been following this path for a long time. And my first cat that I got was, I requested a black cat when I was 10.
Okay.
And so my dear father took me to the pet store, and there
Hmm.
was, to me, seemed to be a mound of cats. And in the
Hmm.
center of that cat, looking down into the cage, was a black paw. And I said, I'll take that paw. And
Hmm.
sure enough, they pulled out this beautiful little kitten with blue eyes, and that
Hmm.
started my love affair of the black cat. The crazy part of the story, and I think it's important to set the foundation, is I named the cat Bridget. Now,
Huh.
what 10-year-old kid is going to name their cat Bridget? Um, but I did.
Uh-huh.
And it turned out that that was my grandmother's name, who I never met, that was born in Ireland. And
Okay.
my cousins were furious that I named my cat Bridget because that was the matriarch of our family. But when I got over there and I was standing in front of the house that she was born in, my cousin Patrick says to me, after I had given him gifts of some of my black cat drawings, he goes, "No, do you know that the black cat is good luck in
Mm.
Ireland?" And
Mm.
and I got a goosebumps
Hmm.
thinking that my grandmother, Bridget May, is my guardian angel and has led me on this wonderful path and journey of
Yeah.
exploring and drawing these finicky black cats.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning, Bridget, the little
Okay.
black cat, and from then I've done the observations. So it's just been phenomenal. So that's an important story to me and how it all began. And then in college,
Uh-huh.
I was doing little sketches and selling them,
Yeah.
and so people enjoyed it, and I was enjoying it too because I felt a connection to the cats and to the line drawings, which I've always done.
Yeah. I think you have someone in your lap right now. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got a little one that's
Okay.
talking
I'm gonna
because
move.
we're talking.
Okay, I'm gonna hide your name. Can you show her? Was she
Sure,
go on
sure, sure.
screen?
Come
Yeah.
here, Maddie girl. Here's Maddie girl.
Oh. Hi. Oh, okay.
Oh, she likes to talk. If somebody else is
Yeah.
talking, she wants to talk.
All
And
right.
she now has the my ear pod.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll see if she perks up and stands up. Right now she might
Yeah.
start playing with the ear pods.
Okay. Okay. So everything's possible. Well, good.
Yeah, she's this may be a new drawing.
Yeah. All right.
Her tangled up in the ear pods.
Okay. I like that.
I'm
Yeah.
always thinking, always thinking.
Yeah. So let me just I'm gonna go back to the comment box to see what else we got. See if let's see. Okay, why is it this one? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let's see. We have a comment here. Oh, a long one. From Lonnie. I've been a 2-month cat mom. Last week I got a little spook. I can feel this bad energy downstairs. My cat likes to go down there a lot. When I closed the door to one of the rooms downstairs, my cat started freaking out. He would run up the stairs and run back down and just stare in that direction. Did he sense something down there? Would you like to take from your perspective, Kathy?
Well, I'm thinking it's a noise. There's some kind of noise that the cat doesn't like,
Uh-huh.
and they're really sensitive to sound. I know that my cat, if the refrigerator just clicks on, it perks up, and so it might be a noise that it's just unfamiliar with, and it scares them because they're new to the whole area because they just got the cat. So
Yeah.
it's I think they have to go down with the kitty cat and kind of check it out and figure out where that noise is coming from. That would be my first guess.
Yeah. Okay. That's definitely, one, again, like in the energy world, anything can cause anything for any reason. Sometimes what I've seen when I've done consultations, and usually with the people, but they'll tell me the cat like is staring at space. Lots of times they are seeing like spirits or ghosts or stuff, but not always, it can be. So everything's always in context. So yeah, so let's see if we have one more. We have this morning, Christy Warnick. Thank you, Christy, for being here. She also has her own show here on the Akashic Academy. Okay, just a comment about a rescue cat. I have one of my daughter's rescue cats. She's a doll. All right, let's see. All right. So let's go back to your artwork. And can you share with us some of your favorite, one or two of your favorite drawings and why they make them favorite for you?
One of my favorite drawings is a cat in the sink. I think that's a common thing that our cats do. And so drawing the cat peeking out of the top of the sink has always been a great design, and I've used it over and over during the years with the design going back to, there goes Maddie girl, she's back on the floor.
Okay.
So the in sync is a wonderful one. Now, I had sent you some designs. Do you have those to show?
Unfortunately, on this platform, I'm not able to show them.
Okay.
I don't know if you, by chance, have like.
I do. I actually brought
my. Kind of hold them up. That'd be
I
great.
will. I've got my calendar here for 2019 that I'll show you an image. One of the first drawings I did when I was, silly back in 7th grade was the picture of the cat. And tell me if you can see that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you can hold it a little bit closer. Yeah.
You bet.
That's good. Yeah. And let me hide your name. That way we can fully see it on the screen, I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Give people like 10 seconds to look at it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
So the back end of the cat, something that you would do when you were a kid. But having that little dot on the back end of that cat is a definite identifier for people that love cats. When they walk away from us and they have that tail in their hair, they're happy. And it's fun to draw that kind of a design. Another design that I thought was fun was the bathroom, getting into the toilet paper, causing that mischief in the bathroom. So here's another.
Can you lift it up a little bit? I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's great. And like for about 10 seconds or so. Yeah, so people can kind of see the drawing. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
You bet. We've had so many times the cat will get into the bathroom and cause mischief. And it's not just me observing it and seeing how they've tossed that toilet paper everywhere. I've had so many stories from so many people giving me great stories. And it used to be years ago where they would just talk to me about what their cats did. Yeah. And so I would see that image in my mind's eye of what it was. And I would just write a couple of words, cat tearing up toilet paper in a mound hidden. And I would just write those words down. And then a year later, I could look at those words and see the image that I saw from their story and be able to draw it. So there's this connection between seeing it, somebody's calling me in to say hello.
Okay, good. Go ahead and say hi to them. If you're seeing the comments, feel free to.
Yep. So having that connection was really interesting. And then drawing it out and creating the design. All of my designs are single vignettes. It is one page that tells the story. Some people have said I'm the far side for cat lovers, and that's quite a compliment. Quite a compliment. Now, nowadays, people show me their photos on their phone of the mischief that their cats get into. So our whole world has changed with technology.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just another way our world continues to evolve.
Yep, and, they help us at the computers too, don't they? I have my cat comes every 40 minutes when I'm sitting at the computer working. And just meows next to me, and I look down and I go, "Oh, it's time for my break." So I'll pick up little Maddie girl and I'll walk around and stretch, and then I'll put her down and I'll get back to work. But like clockwork, that little kitty cat comes and sees me at the computer every 40 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. So this is kind of coming to me as we're having our conversation.
Absolutely.
So in the end, what kind of makes, because, I think dogs have kind of like a morphic field of broadly how a dog is, and a cat, I think, is very different. So what for you, what are like the 4 or 5 traits that make a cat versus any other animal?
I think the traits of a cat that are different is that they have their own presence and they take their time, as we well know, of coming when they want to and leaving when they want to. And it's on their terms. It's like we live in their world.
Mm-hmm.
But I love when you just watch how they move. It's that the turn of the head, the tilt of the tail says so much about the cat. And that way of exploring and kind of observing and slowing down. I think we can really learn a lot from a cat as far as slow down
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy the moment. And then when you really decide what you want, pounce on it
Yeah.
and go for it. But I just love the curiosity, and those are all the things that make a cat different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Curiosity is wonderful.
Oh yeah, my sister in Austin, she has this cat called Papa. It's a beautiful cat that always walks around. She kind of she struts, and she knows she's beautiful, and she's saying that interject, I'm so beautiful, and she is. And she wants to be petted a certain amount in the morning, in the evening,
Oh yeah.
and she's going to get her time. And she'll come, sit on your computer, and if you're at the
Hmm.
keyboard,
Hmm.
they'll let you know what they want. And the other
Yes.
interesting thing about cats, I was at a holistic fair on Sunday, and my booth neighbors we were talking about cats. Sometimes, I know this isn't universal, at least in the U.S., often at like senior communities, there are like cats in the halls. And when someone is transitioning, often a cat will
Hmm.
go sit right by them and purr and be with them. Have you ever observed that or heard stories about that?
Um, I have, and I have a story myself of
Yeah,
when my mother passed away. Um, and she lived a great life. She lived till 93.
yeah,
She had a fantastic life. But after she left this world, I was, of course, sad. And
sure.
my black cat came up and rested on me and was
Mm-hmm,
very close to me and very attentive and
mm-hmm.
was acting so different than what this cat normally acts like
Sure.
that at one point I took the cat by both sides of its face and I looked right into its eyes and I said, "Mom, are you in there?"
Mm.
Thinking that she was she was with me while she was transitioning and I was transitioning. And right now that black cat is 18
Oh, wow.
and she's doing great. But
Oh,
when she crosses over to the other side, that'll be a sorrowful day
yeah.
because of that whole connection. But yeah, I feel that there's definitely they seem to see things and sense things that we don't.
Hmm. Definitely. Yeah. I'm just going to go back to the chat box and also, do you see the comments too, Kathy, by chance?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If there's a question you want to go for it, go ahead. Or if you see
Okay,
one,
wonderful.
yeah, go ahead. I'll let you scroll through them too if you want, or I'll see. Let's see. Look at the. Oh, I'm just going to, this is just a comment, but about, well, it's not there. Oh, okay. Maybe it got deleted. That's weird. Okay, my comments aren't showing right now. All right, I'll just read it. It's from Sue. She says, "I've also lived on a dead end street and had 11 strays at one point." So let's see. Oh, okay. This is also from Sue. Okay, there we can see the comment. You should be an illustrator for cat book authors. Do you do some of that?
Actually, I've been asked by others to illustrate their books, but I've been taking this journey on my own with the last 35 years of creating my own designs
Mm-hmm.
and creating a gift line that I've sold around the world from licensing the designs, having the product in stores, selling at art shows where you and I met,
Yeah.
and then my website. So one of my greatest joys is that I actually created a children's book.
Uh-huh.
It's an early reader called Jelly Bean's Art Museum Adventure,
Okay.
and that book was the bringing together my illustrations with my art education background. So
Right.
that was spectacular that I was able to do that. And so where's the little black cat going to go first? To an art museum with my
Mm-hmm.
background.
Mm-hmm.
And again, getting inspired in different directions. You know, where does inspiration come from as an artist and an illustrator? Well, a lot of it has to come from life situations. So, as an example, I just came back from a 4-day workshop in Washington, D.C., where I explored 9 different museums, all art related. So it was a
Wow.
fantastic inspiration. And again, the whole thing of doing the book and then going out there was just fantastic. So I did that book back in 2014, and I'd like to do 9 early readers children's books for the 9 lives of a cat.
Yes. Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and I need to get started on that next one. So when I ask little kids what I should do
Uh-huh.
for my next book, they say, "Well,
Yeah.
that cat needs to go to a jelly bean factory."
Oh, that's
I
cute.
think it's going to go on a road trip, though. I think I'm going to take it on a road trip. I've got it
Yeah.
thumbnailed out. But yeah, book illustration possibility down the road. You never say no as an artist.
Yep.
So that's a possibility. But my book, Jelly Bean's Art Museum Adventure, when I opened the box and saw that book, that was a great day. That was
Yeah.
a great day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's take a, oh, excuse me very much. Sorry. All right. All right. I'm going to press another comment about Phoebe. The cat, Phoebe, that I have licks me all the time. Never had a cat do that. Any idea why?
They like you. They really like you.
Okay. Sorry. Forgot to put on my phone. All right. Now, solved. All right. They really like you. All right. Cool. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Okay, another one from Lonnie. My cat also loves to climb on me, relax, and lick my head. Okay, let's see. Okay, a lot with some with feral cats, barn cats, barn cat from Leah. We have a barn cat, love him. Oh, here we go. My cat likes to groom the grandkids.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
It's
that's it.
part of their pack.
Part of their pack. Cool. All right. So, obviously, so you've had your cat drawing business for 30 plus years, right? You said?
Yes, I went full time in 1991, where I
Okay.
took a year's leave of absence from teaching. I said, could I take a year off? No pay. Just want to
Uh-huh.
try this and let's see what happens. And I never
Yeah.
went back. So I put my full energy in back in 1991. And it's been just a great journey of the designs. And I said that I would stop Cats by Kelly
Hmm.
and I would close up shop. And when I didn't have an idea for another black cat drawing. So in
Yeah.
35 years, you think I'd run out of ideas? No, every
No.
day there's something new.
Yeah.
And it
Creative juice
happens,
keep
well,
flowing.
yeah, and it happens with the seasons. Well, like in the summertime, I've got my sandals sitting out, and the cats love to sit on my sandals.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they love the sun this time of the year. So, I'm inspired as we speak by what they're doing while I'm talking to you on the phone. So there's
Yeah.
always something out there, and the combination of stories told to me and then what I observed is a perfect balance. And
Absolutely.
I've got a great story. I'll tell you a story about one of my favorite drawings that I've done. It's called Gone Fishing.
Okay.
And the cat is looking out the window and has its paw in a fishbowl, swishing it back and forth as the fish is down at the bottom, looking up, trying to stay out of its way. And that whole design came from a story of a mother telling me about how she was sitting on the sofa looking out the window and they have a 50-gallon tank where the fish is swimming around and there's that black cat up on top, swishing its head back and forth, and she nudges her daughter next to her and says, "Look," and then the daughter nudges to the little boy. There are like 4 or 5 of them sitting on the sofa, and they're all watching this little cat get into mischief, trying to get that fish while it's looking out the window.
Yeah.
So immediately I think of the little round fishbowl that we would throw the
Ping pong
the
balls,
little
like
ping pong balls.
yeah.
So that came from my childhood. So I combined the two, and ended up creating that into a design. And I've never let that one go. I've had that on T-shirts. I've had it on my note cards, scratch pads, magnets. The whole gift line. I figure out how to incorporate that into my different design products.
Yeah.
And people just love that. They really connect to that mischief. And again, that came from a wonderful story from a family.
Yeah, absolutely. So since you've been a business owner, pretty much a solopreneur for an extended period of time, what are some of the things about your business that have remained constant, or about doing business that are constant, and what has changed over that time?
That's a good question. Constant is being, as an entrepreneur, you have to be disciplined to, have your list of what you need to do and a time frame that you need to do it in. So you have to hit those deadlines to have your products ready when they need to be ready, like the calendar. I always have the calendar ready in June because that's when I start my art shows, and there are people that will only see me at certain art shows, so I want to be ready for them. So I have to be disciplined in knowing when April comes around, I have got to start sketching those designs. Having a list and creating a list of knowing what you need to do and getting the word out of what you're doing is important. So good communication skills are very important. So organization, good communication skills are very important. And connecting with your audience. I feel that I have made this connection over the year with my fans that enjoy my artwork, and they come back because they want to see what's new. And I've been there when their children have been born and met them, and I've been there when their kitty cat has passed away and hugged them. And so it's been this amazing journey. But probably the biggest thing is the computer. As the computer becomes more and more a part of our lives, you have to either get on board or get lost. Yeah. And so the computer is vital, and so is programming like this. This is a new way that we communicate, and this is a way we talk to each other. So the computer has definitely changed how I do my business and how I design as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Great. Let's see. I'm going to go back to the chat box, see if we have any more questions for you. Let's see. Okay. Cats. Let's see. There's a lot of people commenting that they seem to attract feral cats. Abandoned cats tend to find them. Yeah. Teresa says, yeah, I'm always finding abandoned cats. I find them homes.
Good for you, Teresa. Way to go.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, go back up. Okay.
See, that makes me think of a drawing of something to do with finding a home.
Yeah.
Home sweet home.
Absolutely. Very good. So, okay. I think you've kind of touched on the issue when you talked about being an entrepreneur, some of the challenges, like you said, of just, I think probably of staying in touch with your customers and their needs and responding to those, a large part of it.
Absolutely. They'll request things like, I did mouse pads years ago, and now we don't use mouse pads, and I'll have people that want them back, and I'm like, I'd love to do that, but they're not. It would just aren't in use anymore. We've changed our ways, so the designs changed. But I'll have people that will request like a pocket calendar, and they'll go, can you do a pocket calendar? And I go, no, I can't. And they go, why? And I go, because I'm a cat lady and I do it my way. Meow.
Yeah.
have,
There you go.
have some fun with them. And then they kind of like, what? And I go, let me think about it. I'm just having fun with you, just like we have fun with our cats. So it's
Yeah.
always trying to be lighthearted and having fun with with the interplay with the people that have crossed my path over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so those out there, like on this show, there are a lot of, healer types, people interested in healing, but probably a lot of people also that are just interested in having their own business, whatever that may be.
Yes.
What would be your like one, two top piece of advice for those that, really, really want to do it, but feel stuck?
That's a great question. Because when I was out in DC with fellow artists, we talked about that. And as I look back, it's, find something that you love and then don't be afraid to take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if probably the worst word in life is should, I should have. If you have something that you're passionate about, take that chance. Communicate with people on how you're going to do it. Let people see what you're doing, and find out if they say, well, that's really interesting, because you have to know, is it something that other people would like? As an entrepreneur, you can have a great idea, but if nobody wants it,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with it? So you do have to get out there and start slow and then build as you find what works and what doesn't work. If you go in too much too quick, you don't have enough time to develop your idea. But you got to take chances. You got to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've learned more from my failures than I ever did from a success. So you can't be afraid to fail when you're going for your dream. You have to work at it, and that's what's been a blessing for me, is that I did take those chances and I took that risk. I took a year off from school, and it's been a wonderful journey.
Yeah, like Miguel Ruiz says in the classic, the four agreements, don't take anything personally. So you try
Oh,
something, it doesn't work, or I recently reached out to some people looking to maybe work with the animals of a senior community. No response. Don't take things personally. Just keep moving. Go to
no.
the next thing.
hmm
Yeah.
This morning I was thinking of the same thing. I was thinking about the senior centers and
Uh-huh.
how I would like to, and here again with the entrepreneurial, thinking about other things and ways of giving back as I'm into my 30 years of doing this. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking about drawing, going and doing small little lessons and workshops just to let the seniors draw.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had donated calendars to a senior center near my home,
Yeah.
and they can color them. You can color the
Nice.
calendar, so
Mm-hmm.
it helps to relax. And the gal that was in charge said, Mary's going to love this. She misses her cat so much, and these drawings are going to mean so much to her because she's going to be able to tell the stories and remember the mischief that her cat got into. So just this morning, I was thinking about another avenue that I'd like to use my drawings in the community.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. So,
Constantly
good.
brainstorming.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat box. Let's see. Okay, from Carla. About, I think this is in response to a comment earlier. Your cat will absorb energy from you. Negotiate the good. They will protect you and warn you of what's coming. Licking and rubbing on you, most of the time it is to share their scent with you. That's only if they truly love you.
hmm
Uh-huh. Cool. All right. Let's see. Okay. And we're going to get to this at the end. Pam asked, do you have a site? And we're going to get to that at the end. Give you all your contact information, how to reach out to you. Let's see. Oh, Michelle says, I have two cats and they don't get along.
Oh no, I have two cats and they tolerate each other. The younger kitten loves to lick the top of the other cat's head, and then the other cat smacks the cat, walks away. So there's a whole alpha thing going on. But then they are happy together at some time. So just hang in there. Maybe they'll eventually become friends.
Yeah. Or if they don't, contact me. Okay, that's it.
There
All
you
right.
go.
All right. Little plug, little plug. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Not quite cats, but someone has two small raccoons that sleeps on your deck. Okay. Let's see. All right. We'll go scroll up. Okay. Okay. All right. Kathy, do you have any other final comments for our audience as far as about your work or anything you feel like you'd like to share as far as your work or any aspect of it?
Well, we were talking about how one becomes inspired as an entrepreneur. And
Yes.
again, look at, for me, it's a journey. And my heritage of being Irish, I'm a member of the Irish American Heritage Center in Chicago.
Yeah.
I took some art classes there in the Celtic weave. From there, I was inspired to do a designs based on the Celtic weave with the black cat. So I
Hmm.
found inspiration by breaking out of my box and trying different avenues. So you have to stay fresh, you have to explore, and you have to be willing to take risks. And in doing so, it's pretty amazing what can happen and
Yeah.
in what you do. So I've just been blessed that I'm in a profession that I get paid to color.
Yeah.
And these little cats have been such an inspiration to me and the drawings that I've created. And I've probably created over 400 drawings over
Wow.
the years. And I had a licensing with a wonderful gal um, down in Texas, and
Uh-huh.
she created cross stitch patterns that we sold around the world.
Oh,
So we
wow.
had over 500,000 patterns went around the world. So
Woo.
that little black cat has been everywhere and done
Yeah.
everything. So you just don't know how you're going to connect. And so Linda Connors, thank you from Texas for that journey, and I look forward to the next journey. Um, and that's right around the corner as we sit here and talk.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Kathy. So if you could now share out with the viewers, what's the best way to reach you, how your website, social media, because I'm sure people want to learn more about your drawings and see them and all that.
That's great, Mark. Thank you so much. To get in touch with me is my website, and it's Cats with a K, Cats Kats by by Kelly Kelly.com. Cats by Kelly, and I spelled cats with a K for Kathy,
Okay.
my
Uh-huh.
first name. So it's Cats by Kelly. But I think if you write with a C, you're going to find your way. The path will lead to me. And you can order online. All my information's there. You can call me and talk to me and find out if you have any questions. And there's a list of the art shows that I'll be participating in. I go down to Louisville, Kentucky. I go up into Wisconsin. I stay in the Midwest.
Okay.
So please come and see me at an art show. I'll be happy to sign the calendar or the children's book.
Yeah, because there you always had a very wide display. So I mean, got a lot of. I think the two times I saw at the art shows, you had a pretty good selection there. Probably not everything, but a
Yes,
very good
right.
selection.
Yeah, I do clothing for women, and I have some of my designs on there. So you've got from clothing to scratch pads, from magnets that will stand up and be a work of art, because not all our refrigerators stick
Right.
magnets anymore. So now I've got an easel magnet so that
Oh,
it allows the cat to have something else to knock over.
there you go.
Another toy
Another
for our
toy.
another toy. Life
There you
is
go.
good. So
Life.
catsbykelly.com. Come see me.
Excellent. Well, Kathy, thank you very much for our conversation today about cats, their world, our world, and much more. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and here's to our cats. We love them.
Yeah. So
They're
before
perfect.
they're perfect. Yeah. They're divine, divinely perfect. Thank you very
Divine.
much. Yeah. So before we sign off, just like to remind everyone, we go on air every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. As I said earlier, please be sure to comment, like, and share this if you're seeing it live on replay, and then on YouTube, give it the thumbs up and subscribe to the People and Pets channel. So each week we bring on leading edge guests in the holistic health and wellness space for people, animals, and your spaces. So tune in next Tuesday. We're going to kind of have a special show. I think most likely, I did this about 5 or 6 weeks ago. I think it's going to be kind of like a healing show. I'm going to be doing some live mini healings. Stay tuned. I'm going to post details. I'm probably going to switch over to the Zoom platform for next week's show, because that way I can interact more with you. But to be on that show, if that's what I'm going to do, you will have to register in advance, but I'll put that all on the page so you can easily do that. But just keep that in mind, because I'd like to be able to interact with you more, especially during the healing show, because the comments tend to got lost last time. So I think we'll do it that way. So again, if I can be of any help or service, please reach out to me. I've been doing a lot of guests on a lot of other shows, doing animal healings, a lot of that lately. So tune in. There's one coming up shortly. Tune into my page if you're seeing this live, and you'll know where. All right. So thank you again for being here. As I said, I'm so grateful you took a little bit of time to spend it with us, either live or on replay. And stay tuned. I'll post details about next show very soon. So this is Mark and Kathy. Want to say bye to everyone?
Thank you, Mark, and goodbye to all.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Yeah. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.